Hi folks, forgive the background noise, it's my neighbor blowing his leaves. I am going to try an experiment today. So we had done some shopping yesterday, and as I was walking by a shop, I saw it looked like a window. So it was something that you would purchase and hang on your wall, and it was about this size. This is a 24 by 36 canvas, and it looked like a window with panes, and then each pane was a different type of stained glass, and it was just beautiful. And I thought, why can't I do that with a paint pour? So what I've done is I've got like I said, it's a 24 by 36, and I've divided it into 3 columns that are 8 inches wide and 4 rows. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a different shade of blue or green in each one, so to make it look kind of like an ocean. Now my challenge is going to be to make sure I get all of the edges without blowing into the next panel. And that's a challenge for me because, as you know, I tend to put too much paint on my canvas. We'll see what happens. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the color, the base color, or the main color for each one, and then paint around the edge first. So let me do that. All right, so let me find my colors. Okay, so this is what I've decided I'm going to do. I've got 6 colors here that are going to be the base color. Now, each one is going to have more than just that base color in it, but I've got 6 colors, which means there'll be 2 of each. So I'm going to have to pick where I'm going to do these. So like I'll do here. Let's figure this out here. All right, so I'm going to do the phthalo blue. If I do the phthalo blue here and here, turquoise blue here and here, primary cyan here and here, turquoise green here and here, and blue green, oh, that's here and here, sky blue here and here. I think that'll work. Let me get rid of this. Now, should I mix something up here? That's the blue-green. This, I think I'm going to... I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to go with it. All right. I'm going to have to worry about the edges here, but... All right, so I think what I want to do is I'm not going to bother with another base color under this. Like normally when I would do a Dutch pour or a pour, I would put white down or another color down. I think what I'm going to do is just do these colors with some accents and see what happens. All right, I'm going to start with the inside ones because that way if I blow, I can fix it with the outside ones. Okay, so greenish blue. Okay, so I managed to do it without spreading it too far into the other panels. and it looks really, really busy. And I'm hoping when I take off the tape, it won't look so busy. And before I do that, I want to try and get some of the excess off that's in between, so that when I pull the tape up, it's not that bad. We'll see what happens. All right, let's just take the tape off and see what happens. As you can see, I struggled with what method to use, and different techniques of blowing will give you different effects. It was too small to use the full blow dryer, so I tried with the straw, and that wasn't. It was just doing swirls. So I decided to go with my mini blow dryer, and my mini dryer, which is actually called the world's smallest leaf blower. And it did the best job. So yeah, let's let this dry, and then I will try and clean up the edges, and we'll see what we get. I might just go with straight white, because I don't want to take away from the panels. So yeah, I think it'll be white. So as you can see, it dried very well, with the exception of where it bled over into the white. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting, and let me show you, here, just show you this way. What I'm doing now is I'm putting tape on the other side, on the inside of each one, so I can put some white paint down. And I'm not going to use the fluid paint for this. I'm going to use the straight acrylic paint, because I've tried to do it so far already and the blue still shows through. So I'm going to finish taping this off, and then I'm going to paint in between, pull the tape off, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay? Okay, so I painted all around it. I'm starting to take off the tape, and it's looking really good. I'm still seeing some blue coming through, but you know what? I'm just gonna live with it. There's only so many layers of white paint I can put on this. All right, so it's nice and dry. The edges are nice and crisp. You can't see the blue under the white for the most part, at least from a distance. And I think it looks great. So now I'm trying to figure out what to do in the center. So can I tell you how many stencils I've gone through to figure out what to put there? And I finally decided on this one. And I drew, with pencil, quite a few of them and then erased them. So this is what I wound up using, this piece right here. And I did, and you'll see what it looks like when it's all done. I'll just move these out of the way. But that's what it looks like with the pencil drawing. I think it'll be just enough, right? Very thin, just enough embellishment. I went back and forth about whether to use blue or black. There's so much blue in it, I decided to use the black. Haven't decided yet, but I may come back with some silver and maybe put a couple of silver dots along these. Haven't decided yet. I'm gonna do all the black first, and then we'll see what it winds up looking like. And I may have to touch up a little bit of white here too. So, a lot of work on this one. We'll see what it looks like when I've got all the stencils done in pen. I'm doing them in these acrylic paint pens. Okay, wish me luck. So here it is finished with some resin. And I really like the little scroll work. Now, I debated on whether to put some borders on the border of each pane itself, but I decided to leave it I'm sorry about the light reflection. I'm sorry about the light reflecting. But they're all slightly different. You can see the detail. I love it.